Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode for Michael Monday. Now, Doyle, why would I say Michael Monday? I'll give you two guesses.
Because that's your name?
It is, but it's still...
Government name?
It is my government name, yes.
It's not Retro Andre.
My name is not Retro Andre. Once again, thank you. At least I'll let you bring that up. My name is not Andre. It's Retro and Rare. Hence the Retro and Rare podcast. My name is Mike. Michael. I don't have many AKAs, but no. What would be the reason I would call it a Michael Monday, bro?
Michael Jordan?
I met Michael Jordan's son over the weekend.
Damn, that's not it either?
No, that's one of the reasons. It's because it was my birthday, bro. What the fuck? It's your best friend's birthday. You don't even know?
Well, that's what I said, Michael.
And you got me a gift, but it's like a Pikachu. I don't even know what happened. You ordered me a gift, but this came. Now I have a Pikachu. I don't mean to be ungrateful for my birthday. I don't know if this would be at the top of my list. And then you brought this too. What the fuck is this? This is the same thing that's in there. Chubby Pikachu. And then you brought me this too. Birthday surprise. Birthday surprise Pikachu.
Those are good gifts.
I know I sound ungrateful. And yeah, we're going to open up a poke. I mean, you've taken over the show. Not only was it my birthday, now it's turned into the Pikachu fucking Doyle extravaganza. What is this shit? Pokemon. Anyway, it was my birthday over this past weekend, November 20th to be exact. I was born in 84, but I'm like 97 Hove. Who said that? Who said that line, Doyle? Let's make you go 0 for 2 with the questions today. Who said I was born in 84, but I'm like 97 Hove?
Koji Rap.
No. Great rapper, underrated rapper. No, that was Benny the Butcher. Of course it'd be Benny the Butcher. Of course it'd be something Griselda. Apparently me and Benny, although we don't share the same birthday, we're born in the same year. So me and Phife Dawg, rest in peace to Phife Dawg of A Tribe Called Quest, do share the same birthday, November 20th. Not the same year, same birthday, November 20th. Always thought that was cool. But yeah, you know what? I guess I'll start the show with Marcus Jordan. I saw him in passing. I didn't have dinner or shoot fucking hoops with him. But he is opening a store directly, the trophy room, another location directly below my building. Like literally, if I fell through 15 floors, I would land in the store. It's directly below. And it's opening in the next couple of months, I believe. And I know he has a blue Lambo truck. It's pretty distinct. It's serious. It's fucking ridiculous. And I noticed that it was parked in... I don't want to out him here, but it was definitely parked in the handicap spot without handicap tags in the retail only parking of my building. So you're not supposed to park there for very long. And then I realized it was his truck. And as I was walking out of the garage to go in my building, I literally bumped into him. And it was funny. My brain just put the process together, 2 and 2. I'm like, yo. And I called him Mr. Jordan, which was weird. I know his name is Marcus. Anyway, I just dapped him up. I said, yo, I'm excited for the store to open. We talked for a couple of minutes, nothing crazy. And then we talked about his truck, which is crazy. But it was dope. I don't know. I was going to get a picture, and then it was awkward. I didn't want to do all that. Anyway, that was a little cool encounter. I don't know if he lives in Orlando now, because I've been seeing that. I mean, he probably has multiple houses. It's fucking Michael Jordan's son, but... I am excited for the store to open. We'll see what happens. A lot of times those sneakers in there are impossible to get. I'm not on any kind of special list, so maybe I got the advantage of boom, just down in the elevator and I get the release. I doubt it to be a line. Other than that, I had a pretty fun, non-event filled though birthday weekend. I'm one of those guys. I'm not a super birthday, let's go ham. It's my birthday month. I don't do that. I never really celebrated my birthday like that. I spent most of it with the girlfriend as what I thought I was going to do. We went to a really nice restaurant. She took me out. It was very nice. But the night before, which was cool, we just kind of hung out low-key in my apartment. And the reason I put these two motherfuckers up here, not because I'm always with Venom and Carnage shit, I finally watched the movie. Okay? I finally watched Let There Be Carnage or There Will Be Carnage or whatever the fuck it is. Basura.
I ordered the steelbook. It looks sick.
There were certain parts cinematically that looked cool. I didn't like the acting. And it's not because, listen, my girl has a thing for Tom Hardy. That's great. I let her have her thing. That's great. You can't excuse. Listen, this is not supposed to be a half-ass fucking Deadpool-ish comedy fucking situation. I don't like this. My boy Woody, he was cool. He wasn't what I wanted him to be. I definitely needed more sadistic, crazy shit going on here. I knew that PG-13 rating was going to be an issue. I just needed more... dude, all right, Doyle, would you agree if you read strictly the comic books of Carnage and then saw that movie, wouldn't you say the character is off as far as like the level at which they put him at? And the movie, once again, the comedy shit, I don't like the comedic relief in those movies. It's almost like I wish they could, I think Marvel makes way better movies than DC overall, but I do like the darkness of DC movies.
Yeah, but it's too serious.
I understand that. I don't know. And look, am I in the minority? I'll be honest. I haven't read like all the reviews. Do most people feel like it was just not a good movie?
Yeah, most people think it sucks.
Yeah, our boy Ed thought it was amazing. Like I heard like one or two people tell me that it was fucking phenomenal. And I know I'm a little behind the eight ball here. Like as far as I'm supposed to be this mega Carnage fan. The movie's been out for a couple of months or whatever it's been. But we finally got around to watching it, and I don't know. If she enjoyed it, she probably enjoyed it. I didn't really get... all right, if I'm being honest, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I mean, there were other things going on. It was my birthday. We were kind of hanging out. I wasn't into it enough to give a fuck. But I already knew kind of going in, I had that feeling. So anybody that kept asking me if I saw the new Carnage movie or Venom movie with Carnage in it, I still think Carnage needs a full movie. That would be dope.
Yeah, a lot of people said that they should have kept them. Like, I'm not sure, like...
Yeah.
But they should have been like a trilogy instead of just that
Yeah,
one.
and then, I guess Venom and, the Spider-Man trailers for the new Spider-Man, I'm more excited about that only because I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Because there's a lot of possibilities and things. My boy Toby back in the game, I'm with it. I love it. But I hope I'm not disappointed in that, but that's down the road and we'll wait for that. Other than that, Doyle, give us the weather. I was wondering if you can, we missed the weather last week. Now, before you give me the weather, I should say thank you to Josh, right? Our boy Josh, Future Past NYC, that came out last week. He was in Florida. He was gracious enough to come through, talk some vintage with us. People seem to really like it. Josh is super knowledgeable. He's a really good person. He's a good friend of mine. And I appreciate him coming on the show. So that was cool. Now, there were a couple Doyle fans that were out there who were upset you weren't on the show. I mean, would you like to address them? And, I don't know. Would you like to say anything to those people that were supporting you?
I love my fans.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They want me in the show. I'm part of the show.
Okay. Well, calm down, John Lennon. Okay. Let's just... Here's the thing. Doyle, I didn't need you in the show last week because when we do interviews, maybe we can incorporate you at some point. But when I do the interview thing, I like to just do it with the guest, some people didn't like that idea, but I think they enjoyed the show overall because Josh is a cool dude. So
people saw me playing Pokemon Go in the reflection.
Yeah, they snipe you. You know what? The people will always catch the details, and they caught you in the background. But you weren't playing Pokemon Go. You were playing Zelda on the Nintendo. What is it called?
Game & Watch. Game & Watch.
That was it. Yeah. So, but same thing. You were still, but I let you get away with that because you were more just making sure that this whole situation didn't burn down. You weren't really a part of it. It's okay. But anyway, go ahead and give me the weather.
Josh was cool,
downtown Orlando. Yeah, Josh was very cool.
All right, so we got 71 degrees, real feel 69.
Yeah, it's not as cool as I'd like it to be.
Indoor humidity, slightly humid.
It feels humid out there. I had the doors open, just letting air in, and I'm like, it's not really getting cooler. But maybe as the night progresses, we may get a little bit of a cold front coming in. I like to have my cigar on the balcony a little bit late night, and I like a little chill out there. So, universe, weather gods, hook you boy up. I think I'm asking too much.
Arrow snow blast in the northeast. I don't even know.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like I don't even. Sometimes I forget. Like in New York right now, like what's the temperature? Like 38, 41. Like what's funny is my girlfriend's family was in town for the weekend, or more for the week really. But during the week I hung out, right? I did the let's go to Disney with the girlfriend's family, right? Now I'm not a park guy at all, right? But we had kids there, we had birthdays, we had, you know, it was like, all right. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. And her family is great. And they're great people. I actually had a really good time. But man, I just, every once in a while, I head on down to the old Magic Kingdom just to go, you know what? This is not for me. It's just not for me. And, you know, when I was younger, it was cool, this and that. But man, I just see through it all now. And it's not magical. It's not just corporate America. There's so many fucking people there. I hate waiting on lines. I think everything is way too expensive. Now, you'll tell me, oh, you spend $800 on a pair of sneakers. You think it's... I value things differently. For damn near to cost $200 or some shit to walk inside of a park just to go spend more money. We went on like...
Hey, what about the rides?
I went on Dumbo. I hadn't been on Dumbo since a kid. So, not that that's a real... I don't like rides. Like real rides, I don't fuck with no more. I realized as I got older, you're not catching me on the Hulk. You're not catching me on Rock and Roll roller coaster. I'm out. I realized that the last time I went, which was about 2 years ago. Here we are again. Now I knew better not to go on rides. I was more like, yeah, we'll get something nice to eat, you know. But it was cool. I never have a problem with that. With the family being there and all that shit, that was cool. I like the kids get excited for it, bro. I'm not going to be a curmudgeon old man about it, but it was pretty dope. During the weekend, though, you know, I went to the casino the day before my birthday by myself randomly. I walked in there. I won $50 on blackjack, and I got a bad vibe, and I left. Do you think I should have stayed? I don't know it was a random thing. I thought maybe because it's like my birthday's coming up, it's a good idea. I drove an hour and 20 minutes to the casino. I walked in there, and I'm like, something felt off. I do things a lot, like by feeling, I do things a lot like that. I don't know. You don't gamble at all. You got into sports betting online a little bit. And you're probably down a few hundred.
I do Pokemon pack openings.
Well, what do you mean? What is that? I mean, I know what it is. Oh, that's gambling. It's technically gambling because it's like you're buying scratch-off lottery tickets at this point with these cards. And we're going to open up the pack in a little while here, and Doyle can explain to you what in God's name's going on here. I don't know. I got the chubby Pikachu thing. Why does Pikachu gain, or does he have a thyroid issue, or what's the issue with Pikachu?
He's VMAXed.
Oh, so he's got a little more on you, a little extra?
He's a chunky one.
Yeah. I have no idea. And we're also going to get to topic suggestions. We have plenty of those this week. That's for damn sure. One thing I wanted to ask in the early on, because I've been seeing a lot of highlights on the sports front, what happened with your boy LeBron? It was like a little bit of a brawl last night with the, what was that, the Pistons?
Malice and Pouts again.
Yeah, but what happened there? Because I didn't watch the game. I just saw clips. But LeBron elbowed the guy in the face getting the rebound for the foul shot.
Yeah, the guy was boxing out, and I guess
But LeBron he's not a fighter. I mean, he knows better, and I wouldn't want it. He's not supposed to be punching people in the face. LeBron doesn't make mistakes like that, in his career, really. When I see other players go at LeBron physically, I'm just like, you're just mad it's LeBron at that point. I mean, I get it. I guess that was what started it, right? Because he elbowed him.
Yeah. But he knew what he did because he was like telling him to calm down. Yeah.
I don't know. And then I don't know. He chased him in the locker room after Well, who was the player? What was his name? I don't know who he is.
Isaiah something.
Yeah. He's not an A1 player apparently. But I just been seeing the highlights all day. I'm like, what happened with LeBron? So, okay, all right. I don't know. We can get into some topics there. Other than that, my birthday was cool. I did a casino thing, hung out with the girlfriend, hung out with the family, went to dinner. It was nice. I know people want me to say I did something extravagant. I didn't buy myself anything good.
I thought you were going to go bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping? I would never go bungee jumping. I would never. I've watched people, now, at my morbid curiosity, I've watched people die online bungee jumping. And I was already out before that. I'm not jumping out of a plane. I'm not bungee jumping. I barely sometimes I don't even like going out on the balcony. It's a little sketchy. And this is like 14, 15 floors. It's not that serious. I don't know. But no, bungee jumping, bro. What? If I ever called you and said I'm going bungee jumping, you need to come check up on me.
Can you set up a bungee jump or a rope?
You can't bungee jump off 14 floors. That's not high enough, bro. And anyway, you would just slam into the side of the building or something. It's not. You got to be in nothing. Dude, all I know is I saw a video once where a lady bungee jumped and so the cord stretched. You know when it stretches and come back up? It stretched and then just cut. So the tension wasn't right or it wasn't locked in or something. She just died. Whole family there, everyone's screaming. I'm like, well, that's a rough one, right? That's a self-inflicted. I mean, what you know, like you're not supposed to be jumping off sides of buildings, thousands of feet. No, bridges, people, crazy, bro. You know what ones are crazy to me are the hot air balloons. They go all the way up, and then the people jump out of the hot air balloon. It just looks crazy because it's just like that little square woven basket, and then there's nothing anywhere else, and just seeing people, and they're up there, bro. Some of those things are up there. I don't know how high because I'm not. I don't know the levels and shit. But planes are what 15,000 feet, or I don't know if they're that high. But bro, I mean, the one dude, didn't the guy that did the Red Bull jump out of the thing? Wasn't that in a balloon that he went that high?
Yeah.
He like jumped from space, but he was in like metal suit. He looked like Rocketeer or some shit. Remember Rocketeer? That was a good movie.
No.
You don't remember Rocketeer? God, another classic that you didn't see. All right. On that note, give me a topic. Let's get into some topics here. Unless you have anything, well, hold on. Is there any wisdom you want to impart on the people before the show? Every time I do give you time before and right before we get out of here.
I had it, but it left.
You had wisdom, but it left? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what else is new? You can give me a topic then, Doyle. I mean, I set up this segment for you to fail, so you only have a whole week to prepare for it.
Oh, well, there's the wisdom here. I just read it.
Here we go.
Instead of people buying AirPods, people are buying earpods or earbuds. You know, like the wired earbuds from Apple.
Okay, and the wisdom in that is what? You're saving money?
You gotta rebel against the machine.
Okay. So you're only supporting the machine X amount, just not this amount. You're still supporting the machine if you're buying Apple anything. I mean, I'm a proponent of Apple products.
No, I like the people rebelling against wireless.
Okay, you like the wired. Yeah, you're an analog guy. I respect that. I still don't see the wisdom in it. I do respect the analog. I didn't like when they removed 3.5 millimeter headphone jacks from devices because everything is Bluetooth. We all know Bluetooth compresses audio, thus making the quality lesser. I'm not a fan of that either.
That's what I'm saying. People are pissed.
Okay, Doyle. Well, thank you for that wisdom. Go ahead with your topic suggestions.
All right, this is a good one. We got Ragnagram.
Okay.
Almost like Ragnarok.
Okay.
Top 5 modern day rappers.
Well, of course, I'm just gonna go Griselda, right? I think all three of them. I don't know if they're all three in my top 5. Benny the Butcher certainly is. I think Crime Apple is my boy Crime Apple. Everyone knows I like Crime Apple. If you don't know who Crime Apple is, you might want to look him up.
Lil Baby?
No babies. None of the baby, little baby, whatever. No. All the MCs that are currently making music that are in my top 5 are more or less underground, although Benny the Butcher just signed with Def Jam, which is really cool. And it's so funny. I'm watching Joe Rogan and Snoop Dogg's like, yeah, man, there's no more East Coast, West Coast beef. And to prove that, I just signed Benny the Butcher out of New York on Def Jam because, I'm the president of Def Jam. I just signed, the Butcher coming. And Joe Rogan's like, all right. He had no idea who Benny the Butcher is. I don't expect. That was a good episode of Rogan, by the way. And I wouldn't. So Snoop Dogg is not in my top 5 MCs currently, or I don't know about even ever. I mean, Rock Marciano. I like Willie the Kid. I mean, these are guys that are, if you're really into the shit, you'll know who I'm talking about. But I mean, overall though, Griselda to me, they run the game right now. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about none of these, whoever the bigger Drake or J. Cole or any of these guys. I'm not in, no. I did like that Drake and Kanye West made up. Did you see that? They've had beef this whole time or whatever. And then I guess, I don't know if they called, I guess Jay Prince stepped in, Elon Musk stepped in. I don't know who stepped in. Now they're all cool taking pictures together and shit. So I know you're happy about that. And I think is today the anniversary of My Dark Twisted Fantasy? I saw that online. It's been crowned the best album of the 2010s.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. I just don't know. Some people that love that album. Like, that's their shit. So I'm not going to, whatever. I mean, I love Kanye West. I'm with Kanye West. Sometimes his music isn't, I don't really 100% get it, but that's like his artistic thing. I definitely fuck with him, though, as a person. He's an interesting human being. And he's worth $9 billion. I did like that he said that in a group text with Drake, Travis Scott, Kylie, and I forget who else it was. He said that I got more money than all of you combined. I mean, when you can text those people and say that, that's pretty, you got money.
It's all right.
Well, I know though, it's all right because you don't have $9 billion. What would be the first thing you would buy with $9 billion, Doyle?
Damn, one of the VMAX real life Pikachu.
You would chemically engineer a way to make a real Pikachu in real life. I thought you were gonna tell me like you'd buy a private jet and just have like a Pokemon wrap put on it. You would do that. You'd theme it all Pokemon. Get a couple Lambos, Pokemon. You can actually get like a Charizard one and yeah. Or would you just buy a PSA 10 of every Pokemon card ever made?
That's pretty good.
You can do that. Of the vintage ones anyway, not the new shit, whatever. Okay.
Kanye can do that?
Kanye can do that right now, yeah. He could just call up somebody and say, I want a PSA 10 of every single, from, 95 to 99 or whatever that year, of the original run, I want them all in 10. And guess what? They would just like overnight it to him, and he would just open it and put it on his kitchen table, and that's it. $9 billion would get you a lot of stuff, Doyle. He could open up every Pokemon pack ever made while taking a trip to space and just, yeah, on a Tuesday for no reason.
Well, who's got more money, Floyd Mayweather or him?
No. Floyd Mayweather doesn't even have $1 billion. He doesn't even have $1 billion. Floyd Mayweather's net worth is probably like $600 million. And maybe he's touching $1 billion. Bro, Jay-Z and Beyonce got a few billion between them. Kanye got, I don't even know, he went from having, I don't want to say no money, but he went having issues with money, and now he has $9 billion.
$450 million.
Yeah, which is still listen, I'm over here talking about $450 million like it's light. I mean, $450 million, bro? Now we're talking. Now, I mean, $1 million isn't what it used to be like in the 70s or someone's $1 million is crazy, But 450 of them? I mean,
people also ask, why is Kanye so rich?
Yeah, I mean, that's up in the, but you know
1.8 billion?
But here's what's even crazy. Let's just get crazier, right? You got Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. They got a few $100 billion. No. Now, Elon Musk is supposedly on his way to become a trillionaire. Legitimately become a trill. Do you know how, okay, $1 billion is 1,000 millions. Okay? Do you know how much a trillion is? It's 1,000 billions with a B. Do you understand? That's more money, bro. You don't even, at that point, I mean, I don't know. We're getting too deep on extravagance of that kind of money because I don't think either one of me or you are going to see that money. Now, if you see that kind of money in your life, Doyle, I'm going to need half. I'm going to just need half. I don't even have a great reason why, but just I'm going to need half of that. I mean, dude, if you had $1 trillion, you'd give me a half a bill. Would it matter? You're not going to invest in anything.
That's chunks.
That's chunks, yeah. That's a lot. Okay, next topic. We went from top 5 MCs to that. I'll say...
Yeah, who did Jimmy Fallon invite to do the rapping shit?
Oh, you like that, right? That's your favorite moment of Griselda. When Jimmy Fallon had on Griselda, meaning Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, and Conway, and they performed Dr. Birds on there. Hey, yo! You didn't like it. It was awkward, though. It was, because there's just a bunch of random, non-culturally aware people in that audience and not knowing what's going on. They're there for Jimmy Fallon's jokes. And then we got major drug dealers out of Buffalo coming in to impart some street knowledge on the people, and they weren't ready for it. But Griselda still went ham. God bless him. Okay, give me another topic.
All right, J-Dub for life.
Okay.
What do you think about the new GTA edition Fiasco?
Yeah, you know what? I downloaded them. I got them all three. Boom, boom, boom. Liberty City, Vice City, San Andreas. I got a couple of hours of gameplay in. I'm not seeing what people are seeing. I know a lot of people are bitching about major glitches and things, and I think someone said last time that one of the models, like for instance, I think was it in San Andreas, where like CJ's model was like the new shit, but his boy, his partner wasn't. It was like the old model, meaning the graphics. So you got like a PS2 graphic and a remastered graphic, meaning it seems as though what people are saying is that Rockstar didn't go through enough thoroughly and just pushed it out. Because you know what? Remember in the beginning when they announced it, I hated it because I'm like, oh, great, we're going to get a Christmas 2025. Like, I hate when they do the remaster shit. Final Fantasy VII took years. And they're talking about Metal Gear Solid. Going to take years. So when they announced this shit and it was coming out in like, I think it was like 6 to 8 weeks after they talked about it, I was like, yo, this is dope. And then I was always looking for real gameplay footage of it online prior to it coming out. But most of it you could tell was fan modded PC shit. You know, because PCs can make shit look crazy, especially super high-end ones. It wasn't the official gameplay. But a few days leading up to, I found some real shit. I thought it looked great. But then when it got released, you know, I think shit on PC went crazy immediately. Like it wasn't even available, or the downloads were fucked up, or it wouldn't play. But on console, on PS5, I don't know. I mean, there's an occasional hiccup or something, but I thought the frame rates look good. It's definitely an upgrade. The colors and shit are so much more vibrant, especially in Vice City. But people were saying that, you know, and we talked about this last time briefly, like the file sizes, like on Liberty City was like only a few gigs, and then all of a sudden it jumped up to like 22 gigs on Vice City and like a little more than that on San Andreas. So clearly they spent more time on certain games than others. I attribute that to the features and size of the game too. Like there's just more in-depth stuff to do in those, so I don't really know 100%. My experience with GTA has been cool. I don't know. I also didn't play through each game individually. I'm also not running it on PC. I know it does look like garbage on the Switch, though. Doyle, you have anything to say about that?
At least you play it on the go.
Right. And so that's the thing. People are like, you know, playing it on the go, not that terrible on the small. But the second you dock it, it's like, what the fuck is this? I might as well just play it on my PlayStation 2. So if you would like to defend that, Doyle, you can go ahead. I guess you can say, yeah, but you could play it on the go. Like, that's your defense. I guess so. But the underpowered Switch, once again, trying to run something of relevance, fails. Another red stamp. Fail.
Well, you haven't even played it.
No, I watched the reviews online about the Switch one. I don't have a Switch. Do you have a Switch? Did you not download it on there?
No, not yet.
Right, because you know it's shitty. And you have a PS4 as well, right?
I'm playing Brilliant Diamond.
What's that?
It
Pokemon?
just came out. Yeah, it's a remastered Pokemon game.
No.
The fans would know.
Yeah, I guess I have no idea what that is. I guess and they're remastering Pokemon games now. All right. I mean, it sells. I can't take away from the corporate giant that is. You know why Pikachu's this fat, right? Because he's eating good. Look at that. He's eating steak. Yo, speaking of which, so my girl took me to a pretty nice place for my birthday. Yo, I had the Wagyu Australian beef, which is like
Gabagool?
No, not gabagool. That's soprano shit. You don't know about gabagool, okay? No, this is Wagyu. This is real, like Kobe beef. This is like Japanese meat. It's like real shit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you're not going to correct me because you definitely don't know this. But as far as I know, one of the reasons why Kobe beef and Wagyu beef, and I'm not 1,000% sure of the difference, but I know it's a finer meat. I think the way that it works is they have one of those little baby calves, right? And the hoofs of the calf never touch the ground from when they're born or something like that. They keep them in like this hammock and they just rub the entire body down with butter consistently or some kind of oil. And then they drive a stake through its head at some point. And it becomes this wonderful cut of meat. But bro, I got this. And then so my girl got this, some kind of, I forget what she got. It was a really nice steak, but just like you, I don't know what it is. She likes her meat like mad well done, like extra, like stupid. Like she cooks for me all the time, right? When she cooks for me, she cooks my shit and it's good. And then whether it's chicken or steak, she makes empanadas. She makes all this stuff. She has to put her meat back in the thing and just make it black as fuck. It drives me insane. So she tells me I'm ordering for her, and I tell the waiter, I'm like, she likes it. And in a nicer place, when you're getting a nice cut of meat, the chef's going to cook it the way you can give him your idea. But really, you're insulting the chef by saying, I need this to be fucking super well done. So I tried to explain that to my girl. She didn't understand. But she ended up loving it, and it was great anyway, and the dinner was phenomenal. I just thought it was funny because the waiter was like, listen, man, I'll tell the chef, but, he's going to scream at me when I tell him to make this fucking well-done
What does he have to do with anything?
I know. Well, this is what she said, and you did this to me once too. When I stayed at a 5-star resort with you, I took you on vacation, right? What did you do first? We get filet mignon. You're like, I want it extra well done. The waitress is like, excuse me? You're like, yeah, I want it like no red, no nothing. I'm like, oh my god. And she's like, I think they cooked it for you there like that. But anyway, I don't know. Why did I just bring up that? I have no idea why I brought that up. Oh, because I was thinking Pikachu's eating good. That's why. The $1 billion machine. This is Pikachu eating that kind of steak every night, just chilling, drinking wine. This is why he's so fat. It makes sense now. Cocksucker. I'm starting not to like Pikachu. He's starting to... I feel like he looks at me with this smug... Look at that look. Like, fuck you, bro.
He's chunky.
Yeah, whatever. He probably got heart disease. All right, give me another topic. Did I not answer? Oh, yeah, because we talked about GTA. Yeah, so GTA for me was good. I was talking about how shitty it was on the Switch, which is accurate. I haven't had any major issues. I played on PS5. It seems to be pretty good. Next topic.
All right, so we got JB Dougie.
Oh, your favorite. Okay.
He's chipping in. What happened to the Raekwon night?
I briefly explained that on the last podcast, but it was a little deep in there. I'll go over it again. So, you know, like I'm lucky enough to know Raekwon and we're friends. And when he comes into town of any sort, usually Miami, Orlando, we went and saw him in Jacksonville. I like to reach out and say, yo, if you're going to be in town, I'd love to come through. We could smoke and chill. And he's always gracious and he always says yes. And it's a cool thing. This time he was in Tampa, 3 Chambers tour, Ghostface, Jizza, and Raekwon, legendary lineup, right? I'm down. I tell the girlfriend about it a few weeks prior. She's down. We get a nice hotel booked, literally across the street from the venue. I could throw a rock and hit the venue of where it was from my hotel. Downtown Ybor City, Tampa. It's cool. So we go out there, whatever. I talked to Raekwon before. He puts us on the artist list in the venue. So we got like VIP and we didn't have to wait on any line. We got to go upstairs and just chill. It was dope, right? I got to meet Raekwon's, his brother, Dom Perignon, right? So I was going up to the VIP and some dude grabbed me and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, am I not in the right, you know what I mean? And then he recognized me and because, you know, I know him on Instagram. I talk to him all the time. And, we were just chopping it up for a while. It was really dope to see him because we had talked for so long or whatever. He invited me out to the club after and all this shit. It was cool though. We had a good conversation. And so I went upstairs. Now, you know me, I don't really drink anymore. When I go out, I drink some wine. That's it. But I was feeling good. It was like I'm with my girl. We're here for the night. Like we could walk everywhere. I'm like, maybe I have a couple cranberry vodkas. I'm going to enjoy the show, smoke with Raekwon. You know, I got my girl with the joints in her purse because remember Raekwon requested joints. Anyway, we're up in this giant, not giant, but it's a pretty big venue. There's definitely 500-600 people there. And everyone's kind of packed in. And we're up in the balcony. And I told you, somebody that follows me sent a picture. It said, I see you, homie. And he sent a picture to me. My girl was freaked out by that. And I was just like, snipe, someone got me. They got a picture of me and my girl just up in the balcony chilling. And
they could have killed you.
But here's the issue, Doyle. I told this story, and I'm sorry I'm rehashing this story because we did it at the end of the podcast when we had Josh on, but maybe you didn't see it. I was talking about I learned my lesson. When we hung out with Raekwon, you know, the show is at 8 o'clock. We were chilling with him from like 6 o'clock to like midnight. Remember I mentioned to him, I'm like, don't you have the show tonight? What's going on? And he's like, nah, we don't go on till like 1. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And by the time we got to the show, I was so fucked up. I just said, let's just go. Me and you went. We walked into the venue. The venue wasn't very good, the one we went to. It was like a weird bar. I didn't even understand how they were going to perform. The stage was small. It was not. But, I mean, they probably threw Raekwon 20, 30 grand to just get him to the, you know what I mean?
There wasn't even AC.
It was weird. It was like some indoor, outdoor. This venue in Tampa was way nicer. But we went to that one, and I walked in immediately and said, listen, I'm good anyway. We just chill with him for a while. We had dinner. We had drinks. We smoked a bunch. I mean, everything. We watched the boxing match. It was cool. So this time, you know, Raekwon, he sent me a voice message talking about that. You and your girl are on the list. You know, the doors open at like 7:38. You don't really got to get there till like 8:39. So at like 8:45, you know, me and my girl went down to the bar in the hotel. It was a beautiful hotel. I think it was called the Haya, Haya. Really nice place. And And we had a couple of drinks and some wine down there, and we walked across the street, right? Both of us looking fly. Like, it was cool. I was feeling it. I was feeling the vibe. We go upstairs, and then the opening acts come on, bro. And I keep forgetting that, the local acts that come on and this and that, bro. 3-4 hours of it, though. Or like, at minimal, 2.5 hours. It was like the first dude came, did a couple songs. I was like, cool. The next dude came, and he started, and then none of these guys, and I'm not hating on nobody, they weren't my cup of tea. They were trying, but they're not seasoned performers. This is how you get on, though. This is how you grind through. You got to get there. I'm just there to see Ray, Ghost, Jizza, legendary shit. Everybody was excited for it. I was going to go chill with them after, all this shit, right? Bro, I had a couple of drinks. I was kind of halfway drunk. And then we lit up a joint in the balcony because I just waited for other people to smoke. And I told my girl, fuck it, let's just smoke. And we smoked. And then the DJ came on after like the fourth opening act and was like, yeah, we're going to go get Wu-Tang. Like, they kept mentioning like they're here, but they're not coming on yet. But then they had audio issues. And then all of a sudden it was like us chilling on the balcony. There's not that many people in the VIP with us, so I was comfortable. But there was like 500 people just packed in like sardines downstairs. The music wasn't even on anymore. It was just people talking. It was just, and the vibe just changed. So I was like, you know what? I just made a decision. I'm like, I told my girl, like, let's just go. Like, I'm good. And she asked me twice, like, she looked me dead in my face, like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, fuck it. So we went back to the hotel. We smoked again. And then we found this dope ass restaurant. It's like 11 o'clock at night, but this restaurant was open and we had a really good meal and we chilled and it ended up being cool. I didn't get to hang out with Raekwon. I ended up just going to sleep. We woke up in the morning and we drove back. But you know what? I'm going to catch him again. We definitely, here's the thing about it. I don't even know if they came on because they never posted anything from that show. I never saw anybody post about the Tampa show. I didn't look into it or ask them. I didn't even want to know, whatever.
Well, you said that there was cops or something.
Right. So me and my girl were eating at the hotel, at the restaurant across from the venue that's right next to my hotel. And there was like 2 cop cars pulled up. The lights were on. And they were there for a while. And it was right outside the venue. And we saw mad people leaving. And I'm like, the show should still be going on. I never really looked into it. I don't know what happened. But I know that the next night they were in Fort Lauderdale. And they definitely were posting mad shit about that show. So it's okay, though. The next time Chef is in town or if I can meet up with him somewhere, it's an honor and a privilege to even know the man like that and to be able to reach out and call him whenever I want and see if we could set shit up. So we are in the middle of trying to set up an interview here. It just has to work out with the schedule because he's still doing that tour. And I know we already hit this part of the country. So, but anyway, the lesson there is I should have waited till later. If I would have maybe shown up at 11 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock, things might have been different. I would have watched an hour-ish of the opening act shit. It would have been cool. But standing in that one spot on the balcony for that long, I lost it. I was over it. I was like, nah, this is not my vibe. I feel like because I'm a little older, too, I'm not in that scene as much. I certainly, it was funny? When we initially got there, me and my girl went in that crowd. We were in the downstairs crowd, just packed in, just shoulder to shoulder. And I was like, yo, I'm not going to be able to, I can't do this. Like, I'm not 20 anymore. Like, I have no interest in just standing here like this. How do I even get a drink, talk? My girl's like, I can't. And then she said something or some shit about like, yo, we have the VIP shit. Why don't we just go upstairs? Because there was a balcony up there. And I was like, yeah. So once we went up there and I saw Raekwon's brother and shit, we were good. And it was fine. I just wish, damn, if they would have came out right when we were up there, man, it probably would have been dope. And then afterwards, we would have chilled and probably went to the club. You know what I mean? They had an after party at a club. But anyway, show up a little bit later. That way you don't have that issue. So I don't know. Let's get to another topic there.
Well, if he would have brought me, he probably would have hung out with us.
Yeah, you're right. He was, you know what?
Well.
That's what it was. He wanted to know exactly how's Doyle doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, kid's fucking stupid. I'll never get over that. He called you stupid, man.
All right, so we got invalid letter.
Okay.
Will there be a new intro song for the pod? The old one was dope.
You know what? It's amazing to me how many people hit me up about the intro song. We should add it on. Maybe we'll add it this episode. We got it in the archives, I think, somewhere. We could do a new video because we have a new location. Because the old video intro of it was the old game room. But we could do a new intro video and just I like that song. Shout out, what was my boy's name that did that fucking for us, man? Oh man, I wish I remembered the kid's name. He was just a random person on Instagram years ago made that track for me. He didn't charge me. He's a producer too, and he's worked with people. He knows people. It's not like some just half-ass kid in his bedroom like this. And obviously the quality of the track, like he went out of his way and chopped the audio from my original audio only podcast and did a retro vibe on the beat and scratched, and it just came out. It was perfect. So shout out to him. I'm going to get his name again. I think he actually is not online anymore, because I think the last time we talked about this, I was trying to search him up and he's not there. But anyway, I think we should get maybe an intro back in the game. We might have to I'll give you a little pan shot. You could touch the camera and we'll overlay it with the song.
Hey.
Yeah. Unless, Doyle, you want to create a new track, since I know you're a high-level producer.
What happened to the DJ shit?
Well, okay, well, yeah. I had to clean off the DJ setup off my kitchen table area. I had the girlfriend's family over. So I had to, what it's like, I had to like clean up the house real quick. Like, it's like I got all these toys and shit laying around. It's fucking, but what's funny? There were 2 young kids that were there, right? And immediately they ran over to the driving simulator and they loved it. And it was so funny. One of them was using his hands for the pedals because they couldn't reach. We're talking about like a 2 and a 4-year-old. And with the pedal, the other one was sitting on the thing steering while the other one was using the pedals. It was really awesome. But yes, I definitely wasn't going to have the girl's family walk in and I'm just like, yeah, this is just my turntables and my records. And especially because I was cooking. That was the real thing. I was just chefing up a meal. You know me, I'm nice with my pasta game. I don't brag about my cooking much because I'm not going to say I'm a chef extraordinaire because my cooking range, the things that I can cook is not many, but what I can cook, I'm going to be honest with you, it's phenomenal. And I honestly wish I would cook more for myself instead of Uber eating every fucking night. It's terrible. But anyway, and my garlic bread, by the way, no one's touching me. I put giant fresh mozzarella chunks in it. I butter the whole thing inside and out. I got my special garlic powder. It's very particular. And that shit comes out. You got to cook it exactly the right temperature, get the browning. And then my pasta is just filled with cheese. And then my girl usually I make pasta and shrimp, but I think that the girl and their family had that a couple of nights earlier or some shit. So my girl cooked up her chicken. She makes like chicken cutlets, but Dominican style with all the spices. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to throw that in my pasta and see how it works. And it came out phenomenal. Everybody enjoyed it. We had a nice night here. It was really cool. But that is the reason why there is nothing on there. Now it looks more of a normal house or a place to be. You know what's crazy? Doesn't it look so much bigger in here with that taken off? It looks like it was an enormous space. I mean, I had 200 pieces of vinyl and all that shit, yeah. Which I had to move in there anyway. It's not like I just got rid of it. It just went into the game room. So, speaking of now, I'm looking again. We had some more tragedies in the ever falling figures there of the NECAs. I came in there and Penguin had fell again, but Michael Keaton fell, and that was my fault because I hit the TV. I was reaching for something. Keaton fell back, smashed into the lighting, broke his leg off. And then I put Shredder back up there, which is an omen. I should not do that. Shredder is basically the one that's obviously demonically possessed. So
he messed up the Wu.
Yeah, he broke the sealed Wu-Tang game. He cracked the case of it. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to go in there later tonight and maybe resituate a couple of things in there. But I had the Gorilla Glue for the Terminator leg, Predator leg, now Michael Keaton leg. But the Gorilla Glue, it dried inside the thing. I couldn't use it. I have to go get more. I took the L. Like I opened it at one point and I guess the glue inside the thing dried. Now I can't get it out. Yeah, it's the story of my life. So, all right, next topic.
All right, what do we got? All right, we got Darth Rod, Zelda Game & Watch Edition.
Why would you pick that? Out of all those topics.
They want to know.
Well, okay, well, you tell them. I don't have it. You own the Zelda Game & Watch Edition, Doyle. Would you like to break down some of its key features?
But you seen it. It had the little baby Triforce.
I respect it. No, I respect it. It does. It has a very nice... That screen is very bright. I'm sure it's an LED screen. It's very bright. The feel of it is nice. And yes, it has a little baby bonus on the back. It's got the Triforce lit up in gold through the plastic, which is cool. And I think they're a cool little thing. I don't know. Now, are those hard to come by, or some of them are a pain in the ass to get, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a thing, right? This is a little bit of a. Now they go for what, $60 or $69?
Yeah, 60.
But they're probably online for what, 100 plus? Is that what it is? eBay.
I go for 90, 70.
Oh, okay. All right. Scumbags just got to squeeze out that 20. I get them though. Whatever. Do your thing. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool, the Game and Watch thing. I don't, I mean, it has what, 3 Zelda games on it, right? That was what it was. Zelda 2, and then
Link to the Past.
Link to
what is it? Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. I mean, great games. Zelda's cool. They also make what did Mario or Donkey Kong?
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah, Mario. I don't know why I keep saying Donkey Kong. I don't know. I thought they made the original Game and Watch. They had Donkey Kong. I remember that because it had like the vines on it with the little things and like the gold, which is cool. But all right, you know what I was thinking, Doyle? Why don't we get in? We'll open this stupid fucking pack. So we can get, because I know people get excited. We open up the pack. I'm on the other side. I'm showing you that this is a gambling ring, and kids and adults alike are wasting their money. So here we go again.
People want to see what we pull, though. They could be good.
What do? I'm going to shuffle these. I don't know what's going on. Isn't that what the kids do? They shuffle them. We'll put the
white code
this
card?
is the code card, right? We don't need that. They take it out.
Well, people like to get the code.
All right. Well, I don't know. What is all this? Is this
Oh, all right.
Oho? Is that the name of this?
Oh, the fat Pikachu. You like him?
Oh, God.
He's a big boy.
Yep. Okay.
All right, Palkia.
Uh-huh.
And then what do we got? Oh, Mew. That's a good one.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And
All
you
right.
did the trick right.
Mew X? I thought, is this Mewtwo? Or no?
No, that's Mew. That's the original. Mewtwo is the clone.
It's not related to Mewtwo? Oh, it's a clone? Okay, great. Well, wonderful.
That's a good pull.
Great. I feel good about it. Now, Doyle, what would you say the resale value on this is?
$12.
Right. And how much now? Well, because the pack came in a box. So, great. Once again, kids, stop the gambling. I'm here now because Doyle, you brought this over for me, my birthday surprise Pikachu that I pulled. Now, I pulled this last week or last time we did this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then explain what this is for the people that don't know, because I'm sure people are clamoring about this.
That's the Pokemon Celebrations packs we've been opening, but that one has a few other packs, and it's the chunky Pikachu in the middle.
Okay. I don't know anything about it. Celebrate Pokemon with Pikachu V and Pikachu V Max. Sounds like gas at a gas station or something. I don't know.
People like it.
I mean, yeah, look, there are clearly people out there that enjoy when we open the cards and you explain your Pokemon bullshit. I'll take it. I'm not into it.
Now, one of my reseller friends has 10 of them, and he's waiting for Christmas to sell them all.
What, this box?
Yeah.
Oh, these are hard to get?
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What do you think? That's smart, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm encouraging scumbagness within the Pokemon market. I want to watch everyone eat each other. Just implode like a scumbag universe of people. I don't really care. It's fine. You know what, dude? You know what? At this point, just get your money. It doesn't matter. If somebody's willing to pay you, then fuck it.
You used to be against it.
Yeah, but I was selfishly against it. Meaning I was only against it when it involved something I wanted. And then I realized, fuck it. That's not the right thing to do. Either be against it completely or just say fuck it. So, but there's nothing out there that I would pay over retail for, so I'm safe.
So you can't beat him, you join him?
I'm not going to join. See, I'm not going to go out there and try to. Where do you buy these at? Target?
Yeah, Target, Walmart.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait outside or hound managers or beat up little kids for them and shit. I'm not going to do that. But you know what? If that's your deal, then that's your deal. If that's how you feed your children, that's fine. Okay. Well, give me another topic there. I'm glad we opened these cards up for $12.
All right, so we got Fox Aaron Riders.
Okay.
Fox Riders. All right, so would you sell your collection for the right price?
Well, I've been in the process of doing that. I've let go of quite a few things here in the last couple of weeks, and that's only because I had 2 serious buyers who are in the industry and the business, and they weren't fucking around and they were paying top dollar essentially. And I still have some stuff left over here, but of course, I mean, my thing is, in collecting personally, the way that I've done it, I've reached my plateau, my peak of things that I've lusted after, and I proudly say that I didn't pay collector price for nearly anything in the collection. I've always gotten a deal or sniped something or garage sale or word of mouth or got it donated or had it from a child, from my childhood. So, after a while, I don't have the same drive anymore. I don't walk into a game store, or if I'm still at a garage sale, a thrift store, somebody calls me and they randomly want to get rid of shit, I'm all about that. But the search isn't really there anymore. It's more of what finds me now. So looking at all that stuff, when I had moved here roughly 6-7 months ago, all that shit just stayed there and it stayed piled and I wasn't playing it. There was a time there, months and months, where I didn't even turn on a system at all. Handheld, old school, new school. And I just said to myself, like, there are people that hit me up daily that are actively after some of this stuff that would love to have it. And the market is at a point where it makes sense. It pushes me even extra to be like, you could use that capital to invest in other things and things you want to do. And if you feel comfortable with it, then do it. So, to answer the question, somebody did really come through with the right price. And I got rid of a large portion of serious shit. And I feel great about it. I've now had a couple of weeks-ish, a week or to really let it sink in that stuff is gone. But you know what's good? I walk in there. I don't feel anything. I don't feel like a dread in my stomach. Like, what did I do? It's cool, man. I took that money, boom, stashed it away. I'm good. I feel great about it. And whatever endeavors I come through in my life now, it feels good to be able to reinvest that money into other passions that I have, Like we're going to start getting this merch game going serious. We're going to start, I told the people briefly last time, like, or maybe I was on my live talking about this, like, we're going to start that Patreon, bro, because we're going to start hitting content pretty hard. The girlfriend is locked in on we're going to do a podcast, The Witch and the Warlock. You guys, me and my girl have a really good rapport in the way that we vibe and talk with each other. And she is certifiably a witch, I do believe, and she claims to be. And she calls me a warlock, so I like the name, and that's the vibe of the show, and it's going to be kind of funny. And it's going to be a different, we're going to film it in a different room, so it's not this exact setup. It'll be similar, but it'll probably be me and her sitting at a table like this, and I guess Doyle can record it. I don't know. We'll incorporate something that makes sense in the show, but we're going to do that on Patreon only. You know what I mean? And, we're going to get into some ridiculous topics, and we're going to drop merch on that, and she does all kind of stuff that she's going to want to. I don't even want to say too much, but I'm excited about it. But anyway, I'm going to, maybe we'll do a green screen in the background. We can do, I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. And then me and you, Doyle, are going to do some extra content that you can only get on a Patreon. Because you know what? I feel like if we're going to put the time and energy into doing this, there are people out there that will support it. And there are people out there that will support the merch that we have that goes along with it. And we can build a little empire there. And it's a symbiotic relationship, as I like to say. It's mutually beneficial for everybody. You get compensated, I get compensated for our time and energy and effort that we put into making content that people watch. And then we get people that support us, and it's a cool thing. I'm excited about it. But one thing that I'm always about is, like, if somebody's going to support us with a $5 a month fee or whatever it is, like, you got to put out legitimate content that makes sense, that's edited well, that it looks good, that you don't just throw some shit out there and expect people to support you. And honestly, that's why this entire time we haven't done anything, money, donations, none of that shit. It's just always just we put out the show, people fuck with it, it's cool. But now I feel like we can move it into a part where we can really go basically full time with it, create the proper content, and in return, we have this relationship of people that support us. I think it works out for everybody. Symbiotic, yes. When I say symbiotic relationship, I always think of like a shark, big ass shark, and they always have those little fish on the side eating the allergy off them. You know what I mean? But the shark needs those things to eat the allergy off it so it doesn't get infected, and those things need the allergy to survive. I think it's algae. I think it's called, not allergy, if I'm correcting myself. Or those could just be baby sharks that are hanging on the side of their mouth. But there is something in the ocean that happens. I think of that term. Plus there's plants. Oh, I think maybe that's a good thing. Bees pollinate flowers, right? Don't they do that?
Oh, yeah.
And then the flowers need that, but the bees need to see, and it's a symbiotic relationship, mutually beneficial.
Well, what about the sucky fishes?
Yes, those, yes.
They clean the tanks?
Algae eaters, yeah. I used to have those growing up. And they need that, right? The algae, without the algae on the side of the tank for them to eat, they wouldn't exist. They need that. But the benefit to you is you get a clean tank out of it.
I just thought of a Patreon podcast. We could do the smoke champs. Talk about different strands.
No. Well, first of all, they do Noriega's doing Smoke Champs.
Oh,
He's got the market cornered on it. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't finish. I only watched a very small portion. Is Raekwon and Ghostface went on Drink Champs. I'm excited about it. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to have a glass of wine and a cigar, and I'm going to put that on. That's going to be dope. Yeah. So, I'm excited, bro. I think the Patreon thing's a good idea. I definitely, we have to get cracking on that merch. I talked to Josh. He's got people that'll print it. We just got to come up with a design, and I think we got some good things rolling with that. So, I'm excited about it. All right. Give me another topic. What do we got?
All right. So, we got J-Dub for life. How many NFTs you got? A lot?
Is that 21 Savage?
Yeah.
I knew it. See, I knew the reference. I don't have any NFTs. Maybe should I make an NFT? How do I make one? Listen, I'm gonna really be honest here. I still don't understand NFTs.
Oh, you could do the retro and rare face, the GTA face.
Okay. So, that you have that picture. What do I do with it?
You try to sell it.
I sell it to someone, and then what happens? They own the exclusive rights to that image. Is that how it works?
Yeah, if you blow up, then he's got.
But isn't there NFTs that are like worth money that are from things that are not blown up, that are not, you know what I mean?
Well, you never know.
But what do you do with the NFT to make money off it? So once you own it, right? Like you were telling me that one time where someone was telling me there's a LeBron James one where it's like, 3 or 4 seconds of a clip of him dunking. It's like a revolving clip of him dunking. So what do? You sell that to Coca-Cola to use in their commercial? I don't understand how you're making money off it.
Yeah, like if AT&T wants to promote their Wi-Fi signal, they can use that.
I still don't get it. Why wouldn't AT&T just use a different clip of LeBron James?
They want that clip because it's popular, like the Michael Jordan free throw shit.
So someone made that into an NFT.
Yeah.
But how do they have the official shit? Like, how do you claim it official? Like, if I go online right now and I take a clip from anything, from Shaquille O'Neal dunking and bringing down the backboard, and it's like 3 seconds of that, how do I claim that that's mine? Like, how do I, because I don't own the rights to that footage.
Maybe the person who filmed it gave it to him.
See, but this is where it gets convoluted and a little confusing for young Mikey here, because I don't understand it. I'm going to really deep dive into it. I'm going to have to Wikipedia specific definitions. I mean, can I make an NFT? I'm going to be honest. In the beginning, I cast it to the side. But between Gary Vee not shutting the fuck up and a lot of other people, it seems like something that might be lucrative. And it seems like something that is not like a Bitcoin or something like where I'm investing large amount of money initially and hoping for a return in years. This seems like something that either you can get an NFT on the low that already exists and all of a sudden it goes up in price, or you can create your own and maybe it blows up and somebody offers you a sizable amount of money for it. But what I'm saying is, wouldn't graphic designers all over the world just be going nuts creating dope ass?
That's what they're doing.
Okay, but isn't the market initially flooded by doing that? Isn't that what happens?
Well, it's like stocks. The stocks are flooded.
That's why you got to dilute the son of a bitch. That was a good Gordon Gekko right off the top. Speaking of, here's a perfect NFT thing. Did you see that that 8-bit? There's a guy that does really awesome 8-bit art of iconic movie scenes. So basically he'll do like Gordon Gekko when he's in his light blue with the pinstripe shirt with the red tie and he's like on his leather chair in his office. It's like that red leather chair like that. Or like Scarface right after the Sun Rain Motel when he shoots the guy in the head and he walks away and he's got that kind of walk. He has a whole page of things that he done. Or that's the one I posted of Scarface when he's in Miami and he's calling Frank to tell him that, and it's, you know what I mean? Like you see the payphone and it's just him on the phone. Like, yeah. But could you hear those NFTs? Can you make those into NFTs? Doesn't Universal Pictures come after you if you were to do something like that or no?
Not if it's custom.
Yeah. Once again, I'm going to have to get into it. I'm going to have to look into it. I do appreciate the topic suggestion. I will say I am admittedly ignorant on the topic. I have to educate myself, and I will get back to you on NFTs. Next topic.
All right, we got Google articles.
Okay. I like these. These are Doyle's Google articles of the week.
Travis Scott getting sued for 750 mil.
Okay, now look, let's play worst case scenario. If he pays 750 mil, he's still rich. His wife is worth a few billion. I mean, that's a nice kick in the balls, 750 mil. I don't think he has 750 mil. His wife does.
No, Apple Music and Epic Records are getting sued with him, you know, so.
Oh, they'll pay some of it, yeah. Oh, because they run the festival, I guess. Is that what it is? Well, listen, man, I don't know really what happened now, but I think 10 people died, right? I mean, the death toll went up.
A little baby kid died, too.
Oh, the little kid, yeah. See?
Well, why are you bringing kids?
Why do you bring in a kid to Travis Scott anything? Yeah, like, I'll be honest, man. I don't know. I don't understand if it was a lack of security.
Because the Raekwon thing was crazy, right? I mean, there was a lot of people
Well, it's funny. The Travis Scott thing had just happened. And I'm in the upstairs looking down on these people. Now, here's the difference. And I said this to my girl when we were at the venue. There's a huge difference between a crowd that would go see Raekwon and a crowd that would go see Travis Scott. Instantly, that crowd, every single fucking person in there was in their absolute youngest, were late 20s, the youngest, into, I seen people with gray hair there. Like literally. Like they were maybe in their 50s-ish max. Maybe I'm pushing it. But certainly 30 to 45 was the demo for that concert. Or venue. It wasn't really like a concert. I don't know what the difference is, but for that show. But a Travis Scott festival like that, bro, you got anywhere from 17-year-olds to 27-year-olds, and that's your main demographic. And you know what? 17 to 27-year-olds, they act reckless. They just want to get fucked up. Kids are taking all kinds of drugs today. Fucking, it's the culture. And then they're getting lit, right? And they're fucking trampling other people, and it's celebrated. It's like, let's get crazy. Like, that's a good idea. People like that. They get to film that on their phone. Look at all this crazy shit, and it causes this inciting of a riot. Not only that, but the reason Travis Scott is quasi getting sued for this is because he promotes that. He goes online, and they showed multiple things that he's commented on in the past of someone at his concert passed out, and it's like him saying that it's a badge of honor. Anything could happen when you enter the astral world. Like, so and they're going to use that against him and say, yo, you're fucking inciting these people to do these things, and you're inviting them to your show, and you're safe on stage with your jewelry screaming, and kids are dying.
Yeah, but what about let the bodies hit the floor? And that was accepted back then.
Well, yeah, you're talking about European fucking crazy EDM festivals, ecstasy, or punk rock concerts with mosh pits and people. This is different, man. This is a guy on and look, yes, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not saying Travis Scott's the only, because, dude, the guy has a lot of power. You don't realize, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're on stage. He could say everybody put their right hand up. Motherfuckers will do that. If he says everyone go nuts and start fucking punching each other, people will do that. But it's already, he has that power. Now you're putting it into basically children's heads or young adults' heads. They're going to do some wild shit, bro. And the world's gotten a little bit crazy. You know? Once again, that's a Wall Street line. The whole world's off its rocker. My father used to say that all the time, that exact line. But you know, it's sad though. I don't know. It sucks. And yeah, there's going to be a settlement somewhere. You know, I was watching Joe Rogan and Ron White. You know the comedian Ron White from the Blue Collar Tour. You know who he is, right? He's an older guy who's always smoking and drinking. He's got a raspy voice like this. Ron White, he's hilarious. I love him. And he's friends with Rogan. He's on Rogan. He stopped drinking, which is crazy. He's retiring, which is crazy. But he was talking about, like, he had to settle. Now, it's a little different, I guess, in Travis Scott, because something actually really bad happened, and he deserves to be held accountable for the most part. But Ron White got sued by this chick that claimed that he grabbed her pussy in a party, and for $1 million or whatever, and they ended up settling. He's like, I don't know, I was drunk. I know I didn't do what she said she did, and her friend said that I grabbed her ass. Well, now their story is different. I might have grabbed her ass, but I can tell you I definitely did. But he goes, they ended up settling, going back and forth, and he was going to deny it, but his lawyer's like, don't do that, because then it's going to look bad that you're denying something. Just settle. And he's like, they eventually came back, and they're like, just give us $40,000. And Ron's like, shit, I got that in a sack in my room. You know, I like Ron White because he talks shit. And he ended up giving her. He goes, but my problem with it is anybody could say anything, and you're basically fucked, especially when it comes to the sexual harassment thing. I mean, If a woman says you did XYZ, you did XYZ, and it's guilty until proven innocent. And that's a sad thing. Now, it's also sad because there are definitely women that get taken advantage of and things happen and blah, blah, blah. And then it gets convoluted, so it's hard to really tell what's real or not. But, you know, celebrities live in a different world, bro, and they got to be held responsible for certain things. And especially if Travis Scott's at a concert going ham telling people to fucking essentially inciting riots and then fucking kids die. I mean, it is what it is. Someone's got to be held responsible. So, all right, another topic. How long we been going for? Once again, we're in the Matrix. I don't know how long we've been recording.
All right, so we got another Google article.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
One more. That's it. All right, so there's a few auctions that went through. It said Google elf costume. So I guess it's the elf.
From Will Ferrell?
Yes. It sold for $300,000.
You know what? I did see there's something else. Maybe you'll mention it. Well, go ahead.
Castaway volleyball.
Yes.
Went for $389.
Yeah. Wilson. Yo, that movie is crazy. You know, I was offering my girl, she had a fucked up tooth, like a really bad tooth a few months ago, impacted and fucking infected and all type of shit. Yo, even the doctor, we went to like the oral surgeon, they were like, yo, how do you deal with this every day? Like, it's so bad and so fucked up. It's so deep. And, you know, the oral surgeon, she's like, yeah. My girl's like, yeah, it hurts every once in a while. I knew she was in pain. The only reason I bring that up is when I think of Wilson, I think of Castaway. And I think of that thing. Remember what he did in the movie, Tom Hanks? He had the fucking ice skate and he hit himself. What did he do? He used a rock and an ice skate to knock out the tooth out of his mouth. But in that time, though, it was a smart move because you don't realize if you get infected real bad in your mouth like that, like you're fucked. You can't eat or it's too much pain and you just die. So I offered my girl before her oral surgery, I would just, you know, Wilson it up. I would just ice skate it up if she needs, you know. I'm just trying to help. She denied that and went the medical route, but that's crazy that thing sold for that much money. But it's so weird. It's that many years later. It's such a... Castaway came out, early 2000s? I thought that was a great movie. That was a really good movie. Better than Elf. I'm not a huge Elf. I like Will Ferrell, but that doesn't really do it for me.
That's what I'm saying, $300,000 for that?
Yeah, but some rich collectors got it in their house. You know what I mean? It's a nice display piece. You know, those things are cool. And you know what? Those are the collectibles that no one else has. That's it. There's one of one. Like the Wilson thing. There's only one of those Wilson. Maybe there was one or two. They made a different shot or something, but it's like the movie cars. I'm into movie cars. I didn't even want to dump all that money because then what am I going to do with them and stuff? But like, I know one of the really cool collectors that I like. I know a lot of people don't know him. He runs F40 Motorsports in Connecticut. His name, what's his name? Chasing Classic Cars, bro. What's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name. I can't believe it. But he has the car, the Buick from Rain Man, and his daughter is autistic. So the fact that he has the actual car from Rain Man, his name's Wayne Carini, by the way. That's his name. I just remembered. Wayne. Oh, yeah. Wayne Carini. He's cool. He has a hell of a collection. He's a car dealer.
You get the Shelby.
Yeah, he has everything, bro. But the fact that he has the car from Rain Man, dude, the actual Buick that was involved with the father's estate, like the old car, and the fact that his daughter is autistic and he uses it to promote like autistic awareness and stuff like that. But like the Ghostbusters, the Ecto 1. Matter of fact, the new Ghostbusters movie is out, right? People, am I crazy? People going ham about it. Like it's fucking phenomenal. I heard it was good. Yeah. I heard it was very good. I'm looking forward to watching that. By the way, I know what's his name that does the puppets, the ventriloquist, Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham has phenomenal car collection, including 2 of the Michael Keaton Batman cars. He has Batman Returns and the OG, like the real ones that were in the movie, bro. Straight up in his driveway. Yes, he can recreate that montage. The montage in the 1989 Keaton movie when Batman brings Vicky Vale back to the Batcave, and there's that amazing that soundtrack, bro. It gets me every time. And they come around that turn, and the leaves are blowing, and it's like dimly lit, and dude. So he can recreate that. He can actually take his wife and be like, we're going to go do the montage scene. But that's not your favorite montage, Doyle. Your favorite montage is the Rocky montage. Now that's Rocky. Is it Rocky 4? No, it's Rocky.
Rocky 4, yeah.
Is it Rocky 4? When he gets in the Lambo? Dude, Sylvester Stallone in the jumpsuit, it was like the Fila jumpsuit, gets in the Countach. Now the Countach, very rare car. That's a great movie car. That would be...
Oh, Southpaw, right?
Oh, yeah, and the license plates at Southpaw, which is me. I'm lefty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying that Countach, that thing, I wonder if it got sold at auction. Now, Countach, normally $500,000, $750,000, depending on which one, if it was, I forget if it was a 25th anniversary. So that's $1 million car right there. But that montage is incredible. Every once in a while, if you're feeling down, just type in Rocky montage. I don't know why I'm thinking it's not 4, but it must be 4.
Yeah,
it's because he's thinking of Apollo Creed because he died, right? Yeah. He gets in the Lambo, starts it up, and then that incredible, what's the name of that 80s song that's playing?
There's No Way Out or some shit?
No way. What? I don't know. I don't know the actual. I can't hear it in my head perfectly like I normally can with songs. I could hear the beat starting in the beginning with the dun, 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 dun. Damn it. That is a great song and a great montage. So look it up, Rocky 4 montage on YouTube. And if you're in a bad mood, this should hype you up and get you motivated to go do things in life. They show him and Sylvester Stallone and Apollo Creed running on the beach.
Oh, there it is. No easy way out.
No easy way out. Yes. Wow. I mean, you know what? I wonder if there's a guy out, there is, that just collects movie cars like that. Back to the Future. I mean, imagine you had that, you can get the Jeep from Jurassic Park, bro. The OG original shit used in that movie.
What, Knight Rider?
Dude, I definitely saw the Knight Rider ones because on Jay Leno's Garage, they brought the guys in that have like the OG original. Now, there's a lot of those because it was a show shot over a long period of time. Most of them got destroyed. They were jumping them and doing crazy shit. So, yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, Doyle? Are we getting out of here? You got any more articles? Is there anything else we need to discuss?
All right, we got one more topic.
All right, we get one more topic in and we'll get out of here.
All right, Balmori.
Okay.
T2 Arcade 1-Up release?
I saw that. You know how I feel when they step outside of their basic 2-player. Now, I know that one's 2-player, but it's got the 2 guns on it, and I don't know. It looks a little cheap, though. Doesn't it? Doesn't it look at... because you remember as a kid when you used to grab those guns in the arcade, they were like made out of fucking steel and they felt like you can, I don't know. I just feel like they look a little cheap. And I also, were they always in the pictures there? Are they red and blue, the guns? Because I don't know why. Maybe I'm off in it. Yeah, I see it. It looks cool. And you know me, nobody loves Terminator 2 more than me. I would love to have that fucking thing.
The boy on the bottom.
That's what I'm saying. I like it. It just... Something looks off about it to me a little bit. I could be wrong.
Oh, and they're extendable? What?
Meaning what, extendable?
Like you can just...
Oh, you can take the gun out? It has a little cord? I know. I remember the OG, it was fixed and it just pivoted left and right.
That might be good.
I don't know, Doyle. Don't you see this? What you do? You try to talk me into it. I got these. They're beautiful. I love these. And I got the Street Fighter and the Mortal Kombat 2. I'd have to see one in person. Did it come out yet or no? I wonder if it's going to be sold at stores because I know a lot of them now, they just keep selling online. There's only a few that are in physical, whether it's a Walmart or a Target or something like that. I didn't see a date. No, the Killer Instinct one looks pretty cool, though. And if I'm not mistaken, the Killer Instinct one also has Killer Instinct 2 on it. Now, does the Terminator 2 have multiple games? Or is it just that? It must just be that because it's the only light gun game.
Yeah, it's just that one.
Yeah. Because I was going to say that they would have to put other light gun. Now, if they made a legitimate House of the Dead one, that would be cool. But once again, I just feel like the screen might be a little small. It's too tight. I don't know. I know that they've found a way now to do the light guns with the flat screens. So that's kind of cool. But
it's coming out next year. February.
Fuck out of here. It's not that far, but what the hell? Yeah.
Oh, they're coming out with Tron.
Yeah, Tron was the OG Tron arcade game where you sat inside that little booth. It was like or you stood in it, but it was like, that was cool. Oh, and you know what? Before we get out of here, dude, so yesterday we went to, so my girl has a little boy. She has a son, right? We took him to Chuck E. Cheese for his birthday. Now, I haven't been in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, for your birthday?
Well, no, yeah, well, his birthday is the day after my birthday, which is kind of cool anyway, which is dope. But of course, I wanted to spend time with the fam and shit like that. I took her family out the whole day while she was at work, and my girl works so much, bro. It's incredible. All she does is dedicate her time to that business, which is commendable. So I decided while her family's here and they got nothing to do all day, I'm gonna take them out. We went out to eat. I took them to the mall. I take them to my mall that I go to because it's really set up nice. You know, my girl's mother, I know she loves all the Christmas decorations and it really looks nice. So we went through there.
Well, that's one of the best malls in the nation.
It really is incredible. It's a beautiful mall. Like it's very upscale and it's very clean and it's really a nice mall as opposed to the dead malls I could have took them to. We could have walked through a couple dead malls, but I don't know if they were in that vibe. So, but at the end of the day, we all met up and we went to Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese since I'm a kid. I'm 37. I don't have any kids in my name. I don't really belong in a Chuck E. Cheese, to be honest with you. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, they got the arcade there, right? I mean, I could just play some arcade games, right? Let me tell you. First of all, you can't put quarters in machines anymore. I know that they've not done that for a while. That's cool. You prepay, they give you a card. You wave the card in front of like a fucking a sensor, and then you hit play, and it takes the credits off the card. I could deal with that. It halfway doesn't work all the time. But then when you get the tickets, remember as a kid, you get the ticket, you spit them out, you go to the front, you got 1,000 tickets, they give you a little bear or something, whatever. But then, I want the scooter, and it costs 80,000 tickets. They don't even give you tickets anymore. The tickets are on the card. As a kid, though, I loved getting those physical tickets out of the machine. Here we go again between physical and digital. This is something that now the tickets are digital. I understand it from a logistics point of view. They would have to waste $6,000, $10,000 a month on actual tickets. As a business, it doesn't make sense. The selection of arcade games, not great. They're very random. There's a lot of computer-based bullshit. I'm looking for like the OG shit. Now, there's a lot of little kids there, and there's basketball stuff, and there's a lot of whack-a-mole things and more basic. But it's just kind of depressing in there, man. I got to be honest. And then there was the sketchy Chuck E. Cheese, animatronic, doll. I don't know, what do you call them? The fucking statue. The eyes are open. And I don't like that thing at all. It sketches me out. And then your boy Chuck E. Cheese. Now, his name is Chuck E. Cheese. So you get your shit right. It's not Chucky, right? Chuck E. is his middle name, and the last name is Cheese. He comes out dressed up like and he starts going ham with the kids and stuff, and it's cool. And then we got food. My girl spent all this money on fucking like a whole plate of food and shit and a cake, and the terrible food. Just like, I mean, what kind of pizza and wings and stuff? Now they have like beer in there and they have wine in there. I'm not doing none of that.
But as a baby kid, you love all that shit.
Well, and here once again, Doyle, full circle. It's for the fucking kids. Like, dude, sometimes I really am just a selfish asshole. Like, I go to places and I'm like, because I don't like it, I can't have a good time. And it wasn't like that. It was just that, like, the kid had a good time. All the kids were having a great time. And that's really the point. It's not for the adults, obviously. It's just funny because it's just, I don't know, man. I'm like, damn, I was just looking at it like, I can make this place so much better.
Well, you got arcades right here.
I know, and that's why I feel like I could create a better Chuck E. Cheese than Chuck E. Cheese. Now, as far as I knew, Chuck E. Cheese was out of the game. They were done. I didn't think they were still open. I thought they were Kmart, you know what I mean? I didn't even know they still existed. And then I thought about it. Then I just started getting sadistic and thinking of, like, is there any weirdos that hang out in Chuck E. Cheese's that like little kids? Like, I'm sure there is. I'm like, what if they just... And then I'm like, yo, why? Maybe you could just leave your kids at Chuck E. Cheese for daycare. Like, nobody would know. You just leave your kid there for a few hours, and then you go to work and do your thing. They're going to have a birthday party. But listen, I got stamped when I walked in, right? I remember when you walk through the door, they have a lady there, and everyone gets a stamp. And I'm like, but I didn't pay to get in. And then the stamp isn't even there. I thought it was weird. When you leave, they stamp you, and there's a code and a number that has to match the code and the number that's stamped on the child that you came in with. I did commend him for that. That's a nice security thing. Because I was like, this can get sketchy in Chuck E. Cheese. But then when we left...
Are you thinking of taking a kid?
No, I wasn't thinking of doing anything. I was just... me and my girl were having the conversation about it. We were joking about it, but when we walked out of the door, the lady did the flashlight, and the stamp on your arm has to match all the people you came in with. I was like, oh, touche, Chuck E. Cheese. Very good. Overall, I know I talk shit, but it really, I just, when I was a kid, what I used to go to a lot when I was a kid was the, which I fucking love, was the laser tag. Laser Kingdom, it was called in Long Island. That was the shit. I used to love the way it smelled in there. I think because the fog machines, I like the way, because they had all fog, I could still smell it in the distance. But I used to have so much fun going to fucking laser tag, man. I thought I was Rambo. You put on that chest thing with the sensors, run around and fucking jumping. And mine was like sketchy. Like there was like, you could do zip line downstairs, fucking da 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 da. Yeah, dual guns. Yeah, I miss those days. I'm sure is laser tag still a thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think kids do the paintball shit now, airsoft, and like they want more realistic shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad the kid had a good time. It was great overall. I just thought Chuck E. Cheese, I thought they were out of the game. They look like they're going out of the game. Get the people working there and fucking a lot of screaming children, bro. It's a lot of it's definitely anxiety ridden for me. I'm not used to that kind of environment. You know what I mean? I got through it though. It was good, and the kid had a good time, and that's all that matters. So.
You're always there to get off my lawn, shit.
Yeah, well, but you know what? I don't have any children of my own, right? I'm not used to the kind of that's the way it is kind of shit, and it didn't matter. Like I said, the kid had a good time, and everyone there is having a good time at the old Chuck E. Cheese. Okay. Now, Doyle, is there anything before we get out of here you'd like to tell the people? Any wisdom? Anything? I give you the opportunity. Here we go.
I found a little baby quote.
Here we go.
Your boy at Hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Whatever you're going through, you're growing through." That's pretty good.
I like that one. You know what? That's decent, and we'll leave it there. Whatever you're going through, you're growing through. Much like Deion Sanders has quotes like that. We saw Deion online. Something's going on with. He looks like he's sickly. I know he broke his leg or his ankle, or I hope he's doing okay because I love Deion Sanders. He's a big inspiration for me. I love his style. I love his playing style. He's a legend. I'm not sure if there's something going on with him. I hope everything is good.
He turned to religion or something, right?
Huh?
Didn't he turn to religion or something too?
Well, no, I think he's always
like
been
a reverend now, right?
I think he's always been a man of gospel. I think that was, but maybe he did. Maybe he's leaning into it a little more. I don't know. And whatever he's doing is fine. Hope he's okay. I do like the wisdom. That's good. Keep a lookout for the Patreon page coming soon. New podcast on there. More content from me and Doyle. And of course, the merch is dropping with it. We know you guys will support it. It's going to be dope. I'm excited about it. So until next time, peace.